I got the MacBook Neo in this gorgeous indigo color, and I'm gonna need every single person online to stop talking about RAM and gigabytes like we all are supposed to collectively know what that means. Because every single MacBook Neo review that I've watched has been like, well, actually, the unified memory bandwidth paired with the GPU cores, and that, like, girl, what? Just tell me if this thing is good or not. Today, we're doing an unboxing, a first impressions review, and I'm going to explain the specs of the MacBook Neo in a way that we can actually understand for the girlies, for the baddies. For those of you who are new here, I'm a female engineer, I'm a baddie, I make more money than 90% of the finance pros you've ever met. I feel really passionately about women becoming financially literate, financially confident, crypto literate, and tech literate. Goal with my channel is to make these complex, crazy concepts and ideas and software and verbiage more accessible to the girlies, to the baddies. So if that sounds like something you're into, subscribe and let me know other types of videos that you want because I'm new to YouTube. But again, there's a lot of discourse online about this MacBook Neo. It's underpowered, it's amazing, it's terrible, it's overpriced, secretly genius, or it's just for college kids. I'm not in college. Honestly, I think a lot of people just don't know who this laptop is for. And yes, by the way, I also got it in indigo because you couldn't pay me to get it in that citrus color. If you have it in that color, great. It's not for me. Let's start with the unboxing. First of all, Apple packaging unfortunately eats every single time. It genuinely feels like opening luxury skincare. I don't know why. It's not a laptop. Opening an Apple product is an experience. As I was opening the laptop, I knew the indigo color was the correct decision. It looks so luxurious, nice. It's almost like a neutral. I'm obsessed. Inside the box itself, we have the MacBook Neo, the USB-C cable, a 20-watt charging block, and a little Apple paperwork that literally nobody reads. Very classic Apple, minimal and clean. First impressions here, this thing is light, genuinely lightweight. This is the type of laptop that you throw it in your tote bag and completely forget that it's there. And the build quality feels premium immediately. Hinge is smooth, the keyboard is really nice. I know it's not backlit, but I've seen other videos where if you just have brightness on your computer at all, you can still see the keys. So we'll have to test that out. I also got the version that doesn't have Touch ID. Mostly I unlock my laptop once and it's open all day. It really doesn't bother me. Unboxing done, we love her, but let's actually explain the specs of this laptop in a way that we can actually understand. We're gonna talk about RAM, storage, CPU, all of it. Don't even worry about it. Now, who is this laptop actually for? Technically, it's intentionally made with students in mind, but I think it's also great for remote workers, content creators, people constantly traveling, and people who love the Apple ecosystem. It's really, really great computer. If you're trying to edit Marvel movies in like 8K, this is not the laptop for you, but most of us are not. Let's start with CPU because this is where the tech bros just completely lose everybody. This has a 6-core CPU, 2 performance cores, and 4 efficiency cores. What the hell does that mean? Imagine Sephora opens on Black Friday. The performance cores are like the Sephora employees handling angry customers, giant checkout lines, gift wrapping, people asking where Sol de Janeiro is every 5 seconds. They handle the intense stuff. The efficiency cores are employees that are restocking products, organizing shelves, cleaning displays, quietly keeping everything running smoothly. Instead of every single Sephora employee running around and getting stressed out, the workload gets balanced. That's why this laptop feels so smooth and has really great battery life. Now the GPU. This handles visuals, graphic, rendering, editing, gaming. The GPU is like the lighting team at Sephora. Imagine trying makeup on at a gas station with gas station lighting versus Sephora lighting in Sephora stores where you can actually see your makeup really well. That's the GPU. It controls how good everything looks. So when people say this laptop has good graphics, it really means smoother visuals, cleaner editing, prettier rendering, and just better visual performance. Okay, RAM is the thing that is the worst explained online that I've seen. And this laptop has 8 gigabytes of unified memory. A lot of people online are acting like 8 gigabytes is completely unusable or totally perfect. RAM is basically your counter space while you're doing your makeup. If you have a tiny bathroom counter, you can only have one product open, one brush out, a tiny little phone actually following makeup tutorials. If you have a giant vanity while you're doing your makeup, you can curl your hair, you can do your makeup, answer texts, have coffee, play music, all at once. That's RAM. So if you browse, edit TikToks, answer emails, watch Netflix, 8 gigabytes is totally fine. But if you're editing giant YouTube videos like an hour long, gaming heavily, coding huge programs, even multitasking super overly aggressively, you'll probably want more RAM. I specifically got the 256 gigabytes SSD version. Basically the idea of storage. Storage is literally just how much can your laptop hold? Photos, videos, apps, files. Think of storage like your makeup drawer. If you own one concealer, 2 lip glosses, 1 mascara, you don't need a giant beauty room. You just need a tiny little drawer. But if you're a beauty influencer with PR packages, every Rhode lip treatment, or like 900 blushes, you're gonna need more storage. And SSD storage basically means everything loads really fast. That's it. It's like inside of your makeup drawer, having everything perfectly organized in those little clear containers. Oh, I'm obsessed with those. Instead of digging through drawers, trying to find your Dior lip oil from like 2022. Now the display screen actually eats. It's a 13-inch liquid retina display. What does that mean? Sharp text, vibrant colors, smooth visuals. If you stare at screens all day like I do, this genuinely matters, and brightness matters too. The battery life is one of the strongest parts of this laptop. Apple says it has 16 hours of video streaming and 11 hours of web browsing. The idea of battery life with tech or just products is like the girl who did a full beat of makeup in the morning, goes out in like 90-degree weather sweating and comes back, and her makeup is still intact and still looks good after a 14-hour day. No crash, no emotional breakdown, her makeup stayed. Do you have a hack? Because the MacBook Neo only supports one external monitor, I actually have a pluggable. Best thing I've ever used, but it allows me to have 2 separate monitors using a laptop that only supports one monitor. It's USB-C to USB-C. You plug in both of your monitors into the pluggable area. Just a quick hot tip because I like having 2 monitors because I'm an engineer and that's what I like. But again, for most people, you only need one external monitor. This is totally fine. Camera is actually surprisingly good. 1080p FaceTime camera means Zoom calls look really clean, meetings look good, content looks solid, and the Apple speakers are great too. Like, nice. Overall, I really like this MacBook Neo. The biggest issue online are people reviewing this specific laptop like it's supposed to compete with the highest end MacBooks. It's not. And I don't think that's the point. I think this is an everyday laptop for baddies, for the normies, for people who still want a premium experience with Apple but don't want to pay a premium price tag. Genuinely, that is most people. That is 99% of the population. If you're a software engineer at Anthropic, don't get this laptop. If you're most likely anybody else, you can get this laptop. You're totally fine. The specs are great. Hopefully this helped explain what the specs actually mean. I swear tech reviews online sometimes sound like another language, and I'm an engineer. If you want a week in my life with this laptop, me comparing this laptop with other MacBooks, just let me know in the comments below. And yes, the Indigo was the right decision.